for us. The NFL playoffs are officially underway. This is taken at his 4. Able to slither by. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Check 53. You're trapped. You're trapped. Check 3. Check half.
Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
It gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And it's third.
Mike, 53. Mike. Ricky.
From the gun, it's Allen. It's brought in by Doxson. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On first down, they run with Howard. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On second down now, it's Howard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
On first down, it's Howard trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the Dolphins' 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Squeeze, double.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. That's caught by Howard. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Allen from the gun on third down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
No.
They go with Chubb on second down, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Where's the lock? Watch one. Hug. Don't get nervous now.
On 3rd down, Rosen. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1.
We got 4. Check 53. Middle. Run you over. Check nickel.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Down. 60 or. Record.
This is Howard on second down. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Like 319. Watch it. Pass 35.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Oh, he's got some breathing room. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22.
Watch one. Yeah. You don't want none. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist. Kill, kill, kill. Rush in, rush in. Rush right.
On the ground, it's Chubb. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Chubb. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the grab by Croft. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Allen's throw is complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Mike. 53, Mike.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Corner. Mike 55.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Complete to his running back, Kenyon Drake. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 37.
On 1st down, Drake. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the pass. Here we go.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. They'll run with Chubb. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 2-yard line.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Get this ball back. Alert.
Hey, I-7.
Here we go.
Here's Rosen. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the 2nd quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the 2nd half.
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
Here's Allen to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Come on.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard
line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Here we go.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. To throw is Rosen. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. And he hits Drake. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. From the gun, it's Drake. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Rosen will throw. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Well, look, this is a team, Charles, they faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game. A message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger. But no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing. And try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Hey, hold. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
To the air, Allen. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Check.
On second down, it's Howard. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check 3.
Hey, tight. Alert!
Back.
What's that?
From the gun, Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
I'm here all day. Slam, slam.
They run with Pumphrey. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Being chased out left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now Chubb. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And now it's Rosen looking. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24. They run, Chubb, and a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
You ain't got nothing.
They'll try again with Chubb. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
He's brought down by Micah Hyde.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. 3rd and goal, Rosen. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Ed Oliver in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. And he pulled it. Oh, my goodness. It's no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 20, 10, 5, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Cameron Meredith, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bills get a bit closer. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Get ready.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen. And this is caught. It's Parker. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. Rosen now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Christian Covington coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now it's Rosen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Parker unable to get that one. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards there and a first down.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And Rosen's actually going to throw it here. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Throwing now is Allen, and it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Haywood. 80. Check 9, check 9. Check 80. Hug.
Oh, Rosen's going to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he finds Parker here, complete. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then...